Hi, and welcome to another edition of Camille's Corner. I want to welcome our guest today, and this is the authoress and Reverend Sarah Denard. And I also have the honor of calling her Mama. But welcome to Camille's Corner. Thank you for being here with us and supporting.
Well, thank you, Zan. It's a pleasure to be with her. I'm doing something that I've never done before, but I've seen a couple of interviews that she's done in the past, and I thought it was a great honor. But however, as she stated, I am a reverend. I was ordained back some 15 years ago, probably. But I enjoy what I do. I am pastor, and I enjoy that. And I authored a book, as she said. Title It's Never Too Late to Expose the Pain of Shame. And it has liberated me to be the woman that God called me to be. And that's what I'm walking in right now.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a couple questions that I put together, and of course, you can tell us a little or as much as you like for each question. Um, so, since you mentioned that you were a reverend, I would like to know, could you tell the people how important faith is to you?
Faith is very, very important to me. Like I said, that's my walk. Now I'm walking in faith, and as the word says, we walk by faith and not by sight. So as a result of that, that's what has taken me through so many trials and tribulations is because of faith. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to go through it and come out on the victorious side of things. Now, I have gone through some things, and it didn't come out that in a way to benefit me, but I've learned, even having faith, you're going to make mistakes.
Yes.
You're going to go through a lot of stuff, especially if that's who you are and that's what you claim to be. Because Satan is definitely after you because, as long as you're in the world and you don't have it, he got you, so you don't need it. But if you claim it to be walking in your faith and a Christian, Satan is wide open after you. So as a result of that, I've gone through a lot of tribulations, a lot of pain, and a lot of different things that was difficult. But I was able to go through it because of my faith.
Right.
And come out victorious.
All right. Okay. You talked about a little bit about the fact that you authored a book. You want to talk a little bit about your book? Is it still for sale?
Oh yeah, it's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. Well, the Lord had spoke to me about writing this book long before it was written because of how I felt as a child growing up. I had a lot of insecureness about me, and I didn't know myself. Didn't understand why I felt as I felt. It felt inferior to different people and different situations that I got involved in. I just wasn't happy about myself. And as a result of that, and when he brought some things back to me that had me to see and reflect back on what I had suffered and went through as a child. All this is what he brought back to me. And that's what I wrote on. And that was what it was like, a releasing me. I was able to release myself and free myself in a way that I'd never experienced. And I went through some things with my grandmother as a child. And it was a lot of things that had me like, I felt like I was in a bubble and couldn't get out. I just didn't feel good about myself. And as a result, I married and I was caught up in, I couldn't be I wasn't my true self. I wasn't happy with myself. And all of this is why I wrote the book. And when I wrote the book, it freed me. It was where I could free myself. And some things, as far as my grandmother, I had to write a letter to her. And I went to her grave and read the letter to her.
Wow.
And burned it on her grave. And sometimes, when it's as deep as it is, it takes some deep measures to try to free up yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I had to do. And sometimes you can find yourself, if you're not careful, those feelings and those insecurities will try to creep back up on you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's why you have to stay in prayer.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Okay. That's good. It sounds like the book was sort of cathartic for you in therapy, for you to be freed from some things that maybe get harbored in your past or something like that.
Right.
That's awesome. And like she said, it's on Amazon. So you guys go out and check it out. And it's called
It's Never Too Late to Expose the Pain of Shame.
Yes. Okay, great. All right. Let's see what else. Can you tell me in your life, what has life taught you? Like, what are some good lessons that you've learned?
I've learned, and I'm still learning, and I'm still walking. And some of what I'm learning, to don't be afraid to be yourself.
Yes.
To be your true self.
Yes.
Because when you hold back, you're holding yourself back from somebody that can benefit, and plus that's cause you to not be able to be the woman that you deserve to be, or the man or whomever that you deserve to be when you hold yourself back. And that's something that I had to free myself of too, was fear. Because fear will cause that to happen. And this is where my faith comes. God didn't give us a heart of fear. He didn't give us a spirit of fear. This is something we develop on our own.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to know that God is in charge. He is in control of all things and everything.
Yeah.
So you got to come get yourself out of that space and out of that place of fear, and go ahead on and do what it is.
Wow.
See, God has a plan and a purpose for all of us.
Yes.
And you're never too old.
That's right.
And that's what I had to find out about myself. At my age, I'm not ready to give it, and I'm not ready to give up. I'm still, searching, still seeking, because I know God He has a lot
In store
that
for me.
he in store that he has for me to finish.
Right.
And you know, all that he started in me, he told me he gonna finish. That's in Jeremiah.
Mm.
He what is it, Jeremiah 29:11? He said, I knew the plans I had for you, and they are good and not of evil. And he gonna see it through until it's finished.
Okay. Amen to that.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe it.
Oh yeah. So that's some good lessons to learn about fear, because I'm definitely trying to tap into that myself, to look past the fear, go, because I know that's not of God, but it's definitely still a struggle for me because I've always been private. And so this is definitely outside of my box, but I'm pushing through, and I just feel like, this is what some of my purpose is. And so that's why I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're able to, share what you've learned and to overcome that fear and possibly help someone else to overcome theirs as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I got some of those questions about regrets. Do you have any regrets you've ever had that you've done in your life, or you just count it all joy?
I got a lot of regrets.
You don't want to share any of them?
But well,
you don't have to share anything specific, but or particular, if you don't want. But you do have.
I regret having allowed myself to go through some things that could have been prevented had I been in my faith as I should have
At that time.
At that particular time.
Gotcha.
But overall, I don't regret it because I learned. It was a learning experience.
Right.
It's something out of that grew me.
Mm-hmm.
And it benefited me.
Right.
As he said, as the word says in Romans 8:28, that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord.
That's right.
And are called according to his purpose.
Yes.
So we're going to find that no matter what we go through, good or bad, up or down, we're going to have to realize, if, like you say, if you love the Lord, that's some stipulation. Mm-hmm. And know that you're called. Mm-hmm. You're going to find that good is going to benefit you.
That's true.
For your good.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's some good stuff. What are you proudest of?
Well, I'm proud to be that God blessed me with 3 kids. You being my oldest, and Shakira and Chad. But I'm most proud of my grandchildren.
That's okay. That's okay.
And I'm proud of my great-grands. Yeah. I have 2 great-grands.
Yes, you do.
So I'm just thankful, that the Lord has blessed us. I've never experienced a loss. I never experienced, but I know that there are many parents that can say that I have lost it. Yes. But I've never gone through that. Yes. And that in itself is a blessing.
It is a blessing.
For me.
For sure. Period. Yeah.
Right.
For sure. Okay. Let's see. I think I've pretty much okay, tell me this. What do you know for sure?
What I know for sure?
For sure, yes. Is there anything you know for sure?
For sure. I know that the Lord is going to keep me in perfect peace.
Ooh.
As long as I keep my mind stayed on Him.
Yes, 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 yes.
And I am in peace.
Good.
You know, I have back pains. I've had so many back surgeries, but I don't let it stop me.
Right.
I keep going. And I'm able to find my peace no matter what comes, because my mind is on the Lord.
That's right.
And He's able to keep me in peace.
Yes, for sure.
And I can honestly say that I've gotten to the point in my walk with the Lord that I'm like James, and what he says, count it all joy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned to count it all joy because it's something that's in that for me.
Right.
It helps me.
Okay.
And I know for sure when I got that and know that everything is going to be all right. It's going to work out for my good.
That's true. Amen to that too. Okay, so do you have any final words or anything you'd like to share with our viewers?
None
Any kind
other
of
than being,
encouragement or advice or anything?
well, all I can say is that I pray. This is my prayer. And it's for my children and it's for anyone else. I just want our young people, our all people, to just get a relationship, find a relationship. You might say, well, I go to church, I do this, but get a relationship with Jesus.
Yes.
One-on-one, just like you do with your best friend, because He can be your best friend. And we'll see the outcome of that. You'll be able to see it. You could, it'll be. That's all I got.
It's that phone, y'all. She didn't turn her phone off before her interview, and that's something. That's okay though. But anyways, thank you all for joining us. This is our mama, y'all. So tell everybody thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Enjoyed it though.